DeFi and tokenization track turns financial data into verifiable yield, replacing trust with cryptographic proof. The DAI track winner is Sofiane Delou, New OS. NewCoin is a decentralized AI protocol where humans and agents earn by contributing valuable insights to a peer-to-peer learning network. Each of these projects has demonstrated exceptional potential to shape the future of Web3 and decentralized AI technologies. Paul, you want to give a couple words?
Sorry guys, what you have been doing was just really amazing, and I think you got the business model right, so we couldn't be more excited for that.
That we've got little pieces of
and I think from the business side of things, I think it's fair and it's correct to treat this separately, but from a consumer perspective, I don't really think that we should break the two worlds. So yeah, so friendly payments for everyone. Yeah, so for entertainment, so or in the entertainment industry. And from a business perspective or a B2B message or phrase, I think it's like the payment infrastructure of the future of entertainment.
Okay, great. So anyone that's planning an event, working in the event space, entertainment space, fashion shows, New York Fashion Week, for example, you'd be able to assist them.
Yes.
Okay, incredible. So let's forecast out, because earlier in the conference we had touched on day one what were some things that were wrong with crypto, but I want to touch on what are some things that are missing. We talked about solutions that we're excited about, solutions that we're working on. But what would you like to see? And then in 3 years, I'm going to ask you the second question so you could think about this. A bold prediction, 3 years out, we see how much AI is rapidly changing the space, and as it's doing with every space. So 3 years out is like 30 years, really, when you incorporate AI. So what solutions would you like to see happen crypto lifestyle? And then what is that bold prediction
traditional product matrix that basically takes a best guess on what they think you'll like based on some fairly basic demographic information like age, sex, and location, will go. And when that goes, my boldest prediction is that fundamentally technology is going to replace banking. Right? The current world of banking, as we know it, debit and credit, was invented by the Banca Medici in 1397. And when you go away tonight, think to yourself, what other product do you use or interact with that fundamentally has not changed and has not particularly evolved since 1397?
Wow, and that's a mic drop. All right, well, thank you. Can we give our speakers a round of applause? I want to thank everyone for joining us for this panel with crypto and lifestyle. We touched on quite a few things. We're seeing a big momentum and shift as it relates to travel, payments, entertainment, and it's only going to continue to evolve, as well as fashion, of course. And so now we are going to... Okay, so we're gonna improv a little bit because we need a little time. I was just informed. So I would like to, we heard from our speakers what solutions that they would like to see happen as it relates to crypto and lifestyle. And I'd love to hear from some of you. And or what solutions have you come across that we may not have heard about that you would like to share? So is anyone super excited about a solution they've come across as relates to crypto and lifestyle? Show of hands. Any hand up? No one. We're at the proof of talk and no one has a solution of how blockchain is impacting our lives. All right, we have, okay. All right, talk to us.
Yeah, so I heard they needed to do art on stage. Apparently they needed somebody to do some improv. So naturally, I don't know if you heard, my first name is actually Improv. Nice to meet you all. Some people also know me as Dan, but I can do some improv. I can break the room with a joke just to make everybody feel a little bit easier. What do you call it when Batman misses church? Christian Bale? Tough crowd. Tough crowd. All right. So, all right, really, really tough crowd. Okay. So, innovation-wise, in terms of lifestyle, I really like Simon's little position in terms of things that haven't changed in terms of banking. Something that we've been looking at that's taking a little bit further is in terms of credit. So there's been loads of talks up here in terms of private credit and instruments. Something that I've really found interesting about the RWA space in particular is all of the RWA projects that I have particularly seen are entirely around tokenization and packaging up something that already exists, right? Tokenizing a security that already exists, tokenizing a security that you may already know. And there are some players in this space, but naturally it'd be all of the institutions that would go on to go and actually win that space, naturally as they would. What I've been looking at and been playing around with some of these ideas, what kind of security or what kind of RWA instrument only can exist because of these new primitives, right? What can only exist because the gravy train of paperwork that you need to be able to go and structure highly complex securities products can now exist. Now, if you wanted to go and raise funds for a crowdfunder, that can only be done without any kind of institutional backing because you're not allowed to go and issue crowdfunding to institutional players. If you wanted to go and grab institutional liquidity, that would require you to go and have institutional backing in that format, right? That is now an accredited investor requirement. And a lot of that is entirely due to the amount of due diligence requirements that is done to go and do in that space. So what we've been playing around with is looking at bringing together a single RWA instrument that can actually blend those two together, where you can have those two in the same tranche. I can keep going, but like, how much time do you need?
Well, all right, not exactly the answer I was looking for, but thank you for occupying the stage. All right, all right. Anyone else, just show of hands really quickly. No. All right, well, we are all set for our next panel, and that was really entertaining. So I appreciate Dan for that. But we're going to be talking about novelty search in the Louvre, and this is part of the BitTensor track. And I'm going to welcome this phenomenal set of speakers on stage. We have Jacob Steves, co-founder of BitTensor. Welcome to the stage. We have Ala Shabana, co-founder of BitTensor. Welcome. Will Squires, co-founder and CEO of Macrocosmos. Welcome back. And Stefan Cruz, co-founder and CTO of Macrocosmos. Welcome back. All right, these guys are going to take care of you for the rest of the afternoon. It was a pleasure being your host and MC today. And again, thank you for coming to Proof of Talk, and see you soon.
Hello, hello.
Oh, the slides are working. I think this has been a very typical BitTensor IT response. So thanks to everyone for managing the stream, and we have all of Discord plugged in, guys. Jake, I don't know if you want to introduce what novelty search is, and then we can jump in.
Well, it's a tradition. Me and Ala have been doing it in the BitTensor Discord, quite frustratingly, for a very long time. Every Thursday, it used to be called Thank God It's Thursday, Friday, TJAFT. No, thank God it's Thursday, Friday, Thursday, and we would just talk about what we were building and that week or the next week, and sometimes we wouldn't do it, and there'd be uproar from the community, and then it turned into more of exposition for new teams to come on stage. And novelty search, the name actually is after an algorithm, it's a genetic algorithm which incentivizes diversity above an objective. And so I thought it was perfect for a talk show. And so we stole that and turned it into something we do every week, and it's been fantastic to get all the teams up and like really to showcase what all of the things that we're building in BitTensor. So you guys have been up here a couple times. How many times have you been on Novelty? This is your fourth Novelty search. 4 times. Special guys. And so I think this time we're going to talk IOTA. Right? So
we're going to talk.
Why don't you guys give us your slides?
Sounds good. You want to kick us off?
Am I head on the slides, or should I move sideways? We're good.
No, I think we're good. Do you want to
show of hands? Everybody can see even through my head. Yes. Okay.
Awesome. So look, Steph and I co-founded Macrocosmos about 15 months ago. We are a BitTensor native team ran out of London. We're about 30 people. Steph was previously CTO of the foundation before Jacob and Ala shoved him out to build on the network as opposed to building in the network. And I guess we sort of came together with this general mission of trying to solve the same